Clutch Trucker is filmed before a live studio audience. This is Rusty, the dog made entirely out of meatballs. And Clutch Trucker now comes with anti-gel. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Subject of today's video is, we always used to hear the phrase, what was it, I think, when, some fast food place was talking about their chicken nuggets or something, and you hear parts is parts. What are they made out of? They're made of chicken parts. What kind of parts? Parts is parts. And parts ain't parts. As far as pricing goes, if you're an owner-operator and you got to buy your own parts, it pays to shop around, baby. Because my mama told me, you better shop around. I'm sorry. I kind of touched on this in some of my other videos, like my video about replacing a cab and engine air filter, how easy that is to do. Talked a little bit about how shopping around, you can pay widely different prices for engine air filters. This truck has a Series 60 12.7 liter Detroit engine. It uses the old style round engine air filter, which for one is really easy to change because you can stand on the ground and do it, and two, you can rotate it as you're using it. So every 10,000 miles I rotate it. Most of the newer ones are like a square or rectangle or something. You can't do that with. Probably because then they make you buy filters more often or something. I replace mine about every 50, 60,000 miles. And they're a lot cheaper than the newer ones too. But I found pricing everywhere from $48 is what I paid for them initially when I got them at Truck Center Companies a couple times. Last time I bought one at Truck Center Companies, I think I had to pay $57, something like that. Truck Center Companies has some Freightliner dealers in the Nebraska, Iowa area, okay? I will not buy an engine air filter from my hometown Freightliner. I tend to not do any business with my hometown Freightliner, Floyd's, because they suck. I will buy cab air filters from them because I can get them for $8 a piece. That's about as cheap as I can get them anywhere. The engine air filter, though, however, they want $98 for. Hello, do the math. That's $50 more than the cheapest one I found at Truck Center Companies. Generally, I can find them at like a Stoops in Indianapolis. They sell them for about $60. Right in that area, okay? So I found a few different Freightliners I try to call to get prices on engine air filters. So it would seem to make sense that if engine air filters can vary that much in price, probably a lot of other parts do too, and they do. Like I just bought a set of steer shocks for this truck. I haven't had a chance to put them on yet. But I got them at the Freightliner in Western Idaho, Freightliner in Nampa, Idaho. $40 a piece. Not bad. If you shop around, I mean, I've found other places where they're at $90, $100 or more. Never buy shocks from a TA or Petro. They kill you on those. They're going to be banging you for about $100 for them. I found in general, most of the parts are cheaper to buy from a Freightliner, but you don't want to have to pay a Freightliner to put them on because they're going to charge you more. You bring them to a TA or Petro, or like I do most of my work at Sap Brothers in Cheyenne, and I bring them to them and they put them on, and they usually have a nice low fixed price. So what got me thinking about doing this video is while I was kind of sick this past week and down for the count, wasn't able to do much, I was able to call around. I know when I got an oil change on my way out a couple of weeks back coming through Council Bluffs, I have a video about that. They got free showers for you, baby, if you get an oil change done at that Sap Brothers in Council Bluffs. Anyway, and in the same building. The guy told me, he's, well, your oil pan's leaking and your gasket coming from between your engine and your transmission, they call it the flywheel gasket, is also leaking. So that means I need an oil pan, I need an oil pan gasket, and I need this flywheel gasket. So I've got some kind of almost semi-major oil leak issues going on right now. I need to get those fixed. But it's something, one of those things that you can shop around for because it's not something that's going to keep you from driving. It doesn't have to be fixed immediately, so you can shop around. So I called just a couple of different places. I tried the Truck Center Companies, where I get some good deals on some parts, but like I say, it varies place to place. And they wanted about $553 for the oil pan for this truck. Stoops in Indianapolis, they only want $445. Hello. That's, do the quick math, $108 difference. $108. That's a big difference. So, needless to say, I'll probably be getting my oil pan for this truck from them. I will probably call around a couple more places just to double check. But this is where you can save some big bucks as an owner-operator. Call around, do your shopping. If it's parts that you don't have to replace immediately, and you can take your time shopping around for them, then bring them to a shop you trust to have them put on, which is what I'm going to plan on doing when I get my oil pan and the gaskets I need. I'll bring them to Sapp Brothers in Cheyenne when I'm home and have a day or two and say, okay, here's the parts. Here's the parts as parts. Go to it. So, just a real quick video, but just reiterating how there's another big way as an owner-operator you can save the moolah, baby. Save that cash whenever you can, all right? Yes, I'm getting a little punchy. I had a long day today. Drove a long ways. Parked here in the TA in North Canton, Ohio. Got one of the last couple of reserve spots tonight. I didn't plan on coming this far. I was going to stop at the Truck World in North Jackson, Ohio, because that place is almost never full. Well, of course, tonight, yeah, it was overflowing. So I had to buzz on over to here and reserve a spot. I still didn't pay cash for it. I used my points because if you watch my videos, I've got 2 of them about taking advantage of TA Petro's Ultra One Points program. You'll never have to pay for a reserve spot again, and then having to pay for reserve parking don't hurt so much. All right, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I got to deliver in Findlay, Ohio tomorrow night, so I'm actually going to be parked here for a while. So there you go. But yep, just a quick video about saving some bucks whenever you can. Shop around. That's the big hint, because it's just amazing the difference in part prices from one Freightliner to another. So do your homework, shop around. If it's a part you don't need to change immediately, you can save some money. All right, there's a little clutch trucker tip for you. Hey, over 100 subscribers now. Thanks. Wow, only 900 more and we can monetize. But I'm amazed I got over 100. So this is just the lowly old Clutch Trucker channel. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I've got over 150 videos, various topics, some good dash cam stuff. Scroll down, check it out. Please always comment. I respond to your comments. Please like, ring that bell, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. As always, clutch out.